Hi, I'm Emma from Lillypaws Pet Products, and today we're going to have a look at some of the products we stock and discuss them in a little bit more detail. So if you'd like to learn more, then stay tuned. Today we're going to have a look at a mix of treats, toys, grooming supplies and some accessories that we kind of frequently stock here at Lillypaws. A lot of these products we use ourselves, so I'm actually a professional dog groomer as well as running Lillypaws Pet Products. So for the grooming side of things, I actually do use these in my grooming salon, so that's why I wanted to discuss a little bit more about those today. As well as we kind of use these treats and toys for our own dog. So today we're going to start off basically on the treat side of things, and we firmly believe in natural, high quality, grain and gluten free where we can possibly get it. And this is because, you know, I worked in a vet's before starting all the, the Lillypaws brand, and I often saw customers coming in, they'd be diagnosed with gastrointestinal issues or pancreatitis, and they would then struggle to find products that were suitable for their dog to actually eat. So I kind of decided that it was about time that somebody kind of did some investigations and looked at products that are suitable for these dogs and for the owners as well. So for me, it's quality and price both together to give the best kind of product that I could find. And I've been really lucky. I mean, I'm a raw feeder as well, so I don't feed tins, I don't feed mushed food, and I certainly don't feed dry food. So a lot of the products I stock are based on what I would be happy to give my dog. So I'm really strict with the kind of treats that I give Lily, and I was quite surprised when I found these two treat products, and they are JR Pet Products Pure Meat Sticks and the Super range of treats. And we'll go a little bit more into detail about each of them as we kind of look at them in more detail. And that's just basically because these are two sets of treats that I would be very happy to feed Lily, and I am feeding Lily. So we're going to start off with the JR meat sticks just because obviously they're meat, so let's get those over and done with. So they come in a lot of different varieties. At the moment I'm only stocking 4, and they are duck, chicken, kangaroo and beef. And I'm just going to grab, say, kangaroo from here. They come in these little sort of cardboard containers, so fully recyclable. So is the plastic. So you just pop this into the recycling and that'll go away. These are really great. They recently won the Pet Industry Federation's awards. So that's really good too. Just shows how much of a good quality company they are and the values that they hold. They're made from 100% of the meat that they say they are. So you won't find any chicken in the kangaroo and vice versa. So they're also grain-free, they're gluten-free, and they're made in Europe. So they are kind of within our area. Actually, when I kind of looked a little bit deeper, my delivery of these was actually sent from Llandovery in Mid Wales. So can't get any closer than that for me, being as I'm in South Wales. So I was really pleased with that. And these kind of products are really handy. They're quite low in calories, depending obviously on the type of meat you go for. So it's really handy if you do need to particularly reduce a particular protein from your dog's diet. So if your dog's allergic to beef, that's great. You can just basically look at the kangaroo, you could look at the chicken, you could look at the duck, ostrich, turkey, because there's going to be no beef products in any of the other kind of varieties. So as long as it doesn't say beef on it, you'd be safe to use it, which is great because a lot of labeling can be quite deceiving. On some packages, I've actually seen labels where it says meat derivatives. What exactly is a meat derivative? Whereas this kind of says 100% kangaroo, that's it. It gives you your analysis. So for example, in the kangaroo, right here it says It has 66% protein, oils and fats is 7%, moisture is 8%, and ash is 9.5%. These are not suitable for puppies under 4 months old. So if you do have a young puppy, these are not going to be the treat for them. You're going to be looking more at like carrots, sweet potato is fine, but please don't feed them anything. Always check the label and just check to make sure that it says that it's suitable for them. Now these are 50-gram packs and they're really popular. We're looking to kind of bundle them up. So if you have a dog that doesn't have any allergies, you can just buy one of each so you can try them. They retail at $2.99 each, so quite cost effective, and obviously you're getting some high quality meats in this, like kangaroo and duck are quite expensive meats. So the fact that you can actually buy them in the meat sticks for $2.99 is fantastic. And Lily's a little bit less happy with the beef and the chicken. She does prefer the turkey, the duck and the kangaroo. They're the 3 flavours that we've tried so far in the meat sticks. So as I say, the JR Pet Product meat sticks are $2.99 each, and we'll discuss a little bit more about kind of product options with these later. So now we've discussed a little bit about the meat kind of products. I wanted to have a look at the vegetable and fruit side of things, and that's basically being fulfilled by Super Pet Treats, and they do a couple of different ranges. The flavors are the same pretty much throughout the range at the moment. I'm hoping they're going to expand that. So they do the healthy bites, which are fantastic. These little bites here have only got 3 calories per treat, which is fantastically low. So they come in a pack like this. Ooh, rattling. So they're quite small treats, which is fine because you don't need to be feeding too much for your dog anyway. Too many treats, can obviously cause obesity, so you definitely don't want to give too many. The guidelines stated with the healthy bites is 5 pieces for small dogs, so Chihuahuas, Yorkshire Terriers, 10 pieces for sort of like Labradors, Spaniels, Cocker Spaniels, then 15 pieces for Great Danes and your like larger Mastiff type dogs. These are completely suitable for dogs with allergies, pancreatitis, low immunity. So these are really good for that. This one is carrot and pumpkin. So if I just pop those there. So you've got carrot and pumpkin. You've got cranberry and sweet potato in the healthy bites as well. And you've got kale and apple. These are kind of low stock at the moment because they've been really popular. So if you do want some of these, then you're going to need to get in touch kind of quickly. The healthy bites are $2.99 a pack. Okay, and as I say, they're really handy for like chucking into your bag when you go out on a walk or in your pocket. And what I really love about these is actually the packaging, the outer packaging. It says here, reuse me as a pooper scooper. So you can actually use this, if you wanted to, and you run out of poo bags to kind of pick up your dog's poo. But other than that, completely recyclable packaging again, which is brilliant. Now I know a lot of people, especially in this area, really look for things that will help with their dog's dental health, and they do tend to feed a lot of pedigree dental sticks. It's pretty much a bigger seller in the whole of the UK. It's a massive brand, and you say to most pet owners, dental sticks, and they know exactly what you're on about. The only thing that I say to people is, have you actually looked at the back of that packaging? Do you know how many calories is in one stick? And from memory, when I looked, it was around about 300 calories a stick, which is ridiculous. It's just astronomical. That's so much food out of your dog's daily allowance to just make up for that one dental stick. So I was really happy when I found that Super actually did their own version of dental sticks, and they've been really popular with us. So we've actually sold out of the kale and apple version, so we've only got the cranberry and sweet potato and the carrot and pumpkin in stock at the moment, and these are the last two. So really, I'm kind of glad that I did this video now, because otherwise I'd be out of stock on these. But basically, you get 4 sticks in these packs. I'll just pop that one down. You get 4 sticks, and these only have 73 calories per stick. And if I just open this to show you, they come sealed again in plastic. So again, you've got 4 nice size sticks, which would be a perfect treat, you know, for your dog. You know, for a small dog, a half a stick a day is the recommended amount. Okay, so when you consider you might actually be feeding your small Chihuahua a whole dental stick, you may actually be overfeeding them with treats. So a medium-sized dog can have 1 of these a day, and a large dog can have 2 sticks a day. So you need to be looking at that as well. Okay, so really, really important. And these are all natural ingredients. You know, there's nothing in there that's going to hurt your dog. If your dog does have allergies, drop me a message and I will double check all the ingredients. But these are generally very, very good. They use actually potato flour, so they don't actually use grains. So that's really, really good. So unless your dog has a potato allergy, then I can't see any issues with these dental sticks. These are $3.99 a pack, and as I say, these are the last 2. So really, really important. If you do want those, you act quickly. Now the next one again is from Super Pets, and we've actually sold out of one of the flavors on this. These are like little chews, and I can't actually open these to show you because they're sealed tight with a resealable bag. But they are dehydrated fruit. So like for this one, it's papaya, which is really, really good if your dog has a sensitive tummy. And they just last a little bit longer, so they're a bit more chewy. And they can be used for kidney and liver disease as well. So really, really good products. Again, these are $3.99, half a piece for small dogs, 1 piece for medium dogs, and then 2 pieces for your large dogs. And these come in coconut, which we've sold out of, papaya, and sweet potato. Okay, so again, really, really good products, really, really cost effective, and really healthy treats. So if you are looking for something that's not so calorific, is going to be much more nutritional for your dog, and you know, is a much healthier option, then these guys are definitely the ones to look at. So JR Pet Products if you want your meat, so they're the meat sticks, and then Super Pets if you fancy a little bit of like fruit and vegetables in treats. So that's basically the 2 sets of treats that we love here. Okay, so next I wanted to kind of discuss a little bit more about kind of toys and enrichment activities. Now, here at Lillypaws, we use a lot of Kong products, mainly because we've found that they tend to last the longest. Now, with Kong, it's quite important that you actually get the size that's recommended for your dog. So a lot of you will have seen the kind of rubber Kong toys that you can stuff. We do sell those, but we're quite kind of honest with people and saying, you know, if your dog's a chewer, maybe don't look at the red ones, maybe look at the black extreme ones. That's basically because they're a bit of a stronger rubber. And also all those kind of rubber products, they have a weight category on them. So up on the top, normally either on the right or the left, it'll say suitable for dogs up to 9 kilograms. Suitable for dogs between 16 and 30 kilos. So when you are shopping for your Kongs that you want to stuff, please make sure that you're actually getting the Kong that is recommended for your dog's weight. And if you don't know your dog's weight, a lot of vets will actually allow you to go in and weigh your dog for free of charge. You just have to let them know on the way out, you know, what your dog weighs. So that's really good because that helps them as well. So if you're picking up flea treatment or worming, then they'll always have an up-to-date weight for your dog. So that's really, really important for the rubber-based toys. Now, with some of the other products, so for example, this is the extra large Naughty Wild Bear. and he's the biggest size they do in this, okay? And I have one of these for Lily, and inside he doesn't have any stuffing, he's just knots, a bit like the weaves. So there's no stuffing for your dog to actually get out. There's a little bit in there, but it's not like completely stuffed. There is a knotted rope inside. It's quite a good toy, and Lily's got a lot of the smaller, so the medium-sized bears, and they've lasted quite well, but in her mouth when she carries them around, they just look too small. Whereas when she's got the larger knotty bear, she tends to enjoy it a lot more. It's more of a challenge. She cuddles up to it in her bed. It's definitely become a favourite of Lily's. Now, as most of you know, the Kong toys are not the cheapest toys in the world, with the knotty bears actually kind of around the $10.99 mark. So the knotty bear extra large is $10.99. They range from about $4.95 up. So again, not a cheap toy, but we find that if you've got a larger dog, that you really need to be looking at the extra large sizes. And as far as I'm aware, in kind of this type of toy, so you've got the knotty bear, you've got the moose, and you've got the alligator. The moose and the alligator don't have any knots in them, but you can get them in the extra large size, and they do have squeakers. This guy has the squeaker as well, so if your dog does like squeakers, then that's fine, he has one. But you can get the knotty bear, the moose, and the alligator in the extra large size, and they are $10.99. We only have this one bear left because we've been at a show recently, and they were really, really popular with the bigger dog owners. So we can obviously back order these, and if you do want one, just pop us a message, and when we go to the warehouse next, which is probably going to be sometime next week or the week after, we'll pop it on the list and we'll pick one up for you. So we do really rate the knotty bears and the extra large sizes. So if you do have a bigger dog, then drop us a message and see what we've got. We also do the Wubber Weaves knots. Again, just because we found the standard Wubber Weave didn't really last that long with Lily. I mean, she's not an avid chewer, so she isn't the kind of dog that will destroy something. But after a few weeks of kind of carrying it round, playing fetch, we found that the standard Wubber didn't really kind of last with her. And as I say, she's not a rough player. But the knotty Wubber Weaves, they tend to last her a little bit longer, and she seems to enjoy carrying them around a little bit more. So we've kind of gone for these. But if you do want the standard, then that's totally fine. Again, drop us a message and we can upload them onto the website. If we get interest in them, that's not a problem at all. It's just we're kind of using a lot of this to kind of get started on what we know and what we personally can kind of recommend. The newest product that we actually love here at Lillypaws is the Licky Mats. Now, I've got the Licky Mat Soother here in the small size, but if you've got a bigger dog, we do actually do the large buddy, which is 28 centimeters by 28 centimeters, whereas the small ones are only 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. They are fantastic. Lily absolutely loves hers. We've mashed banana, we've poured yogurt, you can put blueberries, you can mash their food, their kibble. It's a brilliant tool, and it really does keep them entertained for quite a long time. And they're very cost effective. I mean, the smaller Licky Mats are £5 each, and there's 3 different designs, whereas your larger Licky Mat is $7.99 and is only available in the buddy texture, which is like a plus sign. I'll try and pop some photos and maybe the video of Lily using hers in this video, so that you can kind of get an idea of what it is. So we are kind of increasing our product range, especially with the toys. So if you do have a favorite toy, then please get in touch and let us know. We're more than happy to look at different toys and avenues. So if you do have a favorite, or your dog has a particular brand or ball that they love, then please let us know, because we love to find new toys. So that'll be really, really great to hear from you. Okay, so now we're going to move on to an area that I'm quite passionate about, dog grooming. And I'm actually in my grooming tunic at the moment. So for me, I'm really keen and really focused on natural products in the groom room. So where possible, I will use cruelty-free, chemical-free, you know, paraben, SLS, SLES, you know, all those different things. I will try and make sure that my products are as natural as possible. So that goes right the way down to my shampoos, the sprays that I use, the colognes. I will do my very best to try and find products that are, you know, to my ethos then, which is, you know, as natural as possible. And I'm really, really lucky to have found such a fantastic brand in the way of herbal pet supplies. And this lady is just outstanding. She's definitely going to be one of my big stockists for this year. I'm super duper proud of the line she's got, and we're slowly increasing kind of her product range. You can see here we've got the 2 shampoo bottles. At the moment I've only got a couple of summer berries left, and I've also got some bottles of patchouli. We use a hydro bath here at Lillypaws, and the problem I find with a lot of shampoos is that they over foam, and that's not good because basically the hydro bath is eco-friendly, so it just recirculates the water and the shampoo through so that you are constantly getting more cleaning, but you're not using any more water. So for me, if it foams too much, then it doesn't come out of the pressurized hose as well as it should. So I'm very, very happy to report that the Herbal Pet Supply shampoo, especially the Bless You shampoo, which is suited for super sensitive skin, is perfect. We've used it quite a few times now. I'm a real fan of the summer berries flavour, and that's actually going out because she basically, the lady behind Herbal Pet Supplies will change the scents on a lot of her shampoos with the seasons. So we'll be getting a lot more autumnal or wintry kind of scents in on the shampoos. The patchouli is really, really nice. It's got a really nice clean smell, a lot less fruity compared to the summer berries. So if I get an owner coming in saying, oh, you know, I don't like them to smell too kind of citrusy, then I'll look at the patchouli rather than the summer berries. So these are fantastic shampoos. They are 500 mils. They're excellent value for money. You can get a 500 ml bottle of Herbal Pet Supplies Bless You shampoo for £10, whereas the next best thing, which is the cruelty-free Leaping Bunny logoed Hound, you only get 250 ml for £9. So you're getting a hell of a lot more product for your money with Herbal Pet Supplies, which is one of the reasons that I really, really love this range. They're excellent value for money, and it's a small business. So it's a lady and her family really working to find these products and bring the best things for you. We've also been trying more natural products as well. So not only for the groom room, but for sort of like minor cuts, minor skin irritations. We've been using the Silver Cream, which is this fantastic little pot of white cream. This is the 30 ml size. I have 3 of these left in stock, and these are £4.80, and I use this on my own cuts and grazes. My mum, who's diabetic, uses it if her hands dry out and split. So we absolutely rate the Silver Cream. We've used it on scar tissue as well on Lily, so we love this little pot. It's definitely a fantastic product, and I do recommend that you have it in your first aid box as a go-to for helping heal, because silver has got a lot of natural properties against antibacterial, antifungal, you know, so it's definitely something to have there that's not going to increase the chemical load on your dog. So if you are looking for something a little bit more natural that can maybe help with a few minor cuts and grazes, this is the one that I would go to. Now, as we kind of are going into the autumn winter period, another thing that I'm really focused on is obviously how your dog's paws are doing in the kind of colder weather. And of course, as the kind of frost becomes an issue, it becomes a problem then because grit is laid. And when we're walking our dogs are walking through the grit, and that has some pretty major health problems for your dog. So if your dog was to lick their paws after walking through grit, it can cause some pretty nasty medical complications. Now, I'm no vet, so I'm not going to go into those, but if you were to speak to your vet, I'm pretty sure they'd tell you that they would prefer that your dog didn't actually lick their paws after being out for a walk. So my current recommendation to all my grooming customers is to get a good barrier cream. And I use, at the moment, I'm using Hemp by Hounds. And this is only because I'm still trialing out a couple of other products. So we only have 2 of these left because people have been buying them, obviously to protect their dog's paws and noses from the cold weather. And basically you just pop this onto your dog's paw. It's fine, it's not going to hurt them if they lick it off. But with this one, especially if it's a frosty night, I would recommend putting it on before you go for a walk. Then as soon as you come home, actually washing your dog's paws to remove any salt, so that basically you're washing off the wax and the wax is taking up the salt rather than, you know, direct onto your dog's paw, which should help with any kind of cracking, splitting and drying out of your dog's paws through the winter months. So this pot itself is £10, and we do only have 2 of these left. We are looking at a herbal pet supplies alternative as well, so do watch our Facebook page for updates on that, because we're very, very keen to move over to herbal pet supplies for a lot of products, okay? But for now, I'm currently recommending Hemp by Hounds, and as I say, I only have 2 of these left, and they're £10 a pot, okay? Then the last thing that I kind of wanted to kind of touch up on, kind of on the spray side of thing, is Pet Remedy. Now, I know a lot of people have dogs that get really frightened of fireworks, loud bangs, and just are nervous in the car, vomit, get diarrhea, shake, you know. So in the groom room, we can't administer any sort of medication without an owner being present. However, we can use a calming spray, and I use Pet Remedy at the moment, and this is a base of valerian, which is a naturally occurring product, so there's nothing chemical about it. And basically it's got calming properties. I've used this with very, very good success over the past few years, and at the moment, again, I'm testing a herbal pet supplies product, or I will be, but it's very difficult because Lily isn't really a scaredy kind of dog. Actually, she sits out in the garden with me to watch the fireworks, so I kind of find it a bit more difficult to test products like these. I can only really test the spray type products, and that's just because obviously I'm not allowed to administer anything in the groom room. So with regards to this bottle is the 200 ml bottle. You can spray it onto a dog's bandana, onto their bedding, onto a collar before you put it on, onto their walking coat, so not actually onto their fur, but onto the coat that you put on to walk them in, on any bedding, and kind of just leave it on there. And it has quite a quick kind of, time scale, really. It doesn't kind of take, if it's going to work, you're going to notice it fairly quickly. This bottle, as I said, is 200 mils. It's £18.50, so it's not the cheapest product. And I do need to tell you that valerian can actually make some dogs hyperactive. So it's a bit like Smarties and colour preservatives with children. Valerian can have that effect on dogs too. So you do need to be aware of that. You know, it can calm dogs down, but for some dogs it does actually make them a little bit more hyper. So it's something to be aware of when you are looking for products to help calm your dog down. Pet Remedy, as I say, I've been using it for quite a number of years with very good success. Again, it's not a cheap product, but if it works, then it's going to save you and your dog a hell of a lot of stress. So it might be worth testing out something along the lines of Pet Remedy in preparation for bonfire night, because stocks of this stuff will literally fly out the door in the build up to bonfire nights and Halloween, and then obviously the New Year and Christmas periods. So that's the kind of natural sprays and products. My last thing on the grooming side that I wanted to discuss is my all-time favorite brush for short-haired breeds, and that is the Kong Zoom Groom. This brush is basically just a rubber brush. It's got conical shaped protrusions on the back, and this is brilliant if your dog sheds quite a lot. This retails with me at £7.50. It's the large size, so it's the bigger of the two. I've not actually seen the smaller size, but that's because I wouldn't use it anyway. I just tend to use this size. You can actually pour shampoo into the base of these and massage in the shampoo during the bath, and then dry it off and then brush your dog off with it later on. I use this on my Labrador, so mine is very, very well used, and the amount of fur that comes off her is unbelievable. So if you are looking for a brush for in-between grooms for your short-haired dog, then I would recommend the Kong Zoom Groom. Okay, so that's basically it for the kind of grooming section. So the last product I wanted to discuss with you today is the Red Dingo collars. And this is because they're a product that I feel really encompasses what Lillypaws is about. They are one of the highest quality collars I've ever owned, to the fact that, you know, I still have Lily's first Red Dingo collar, which is 4 years old, and it's still in fantastic condition despite being washed pretty much every single week, because Lily likes to roll in poo. So with this kind of product, we used a lot of smaller, more what kind of pet shop style collars when Lily was a puppy, just because she kept growing out of them so quickly. And as she got a bit older, we then discovered the Red Dingo range, and basically for me, they really do stand out. You know, you can get the full matching set. Again, they're not the cheapest product in the world, but they are absolutely fantastic in the quality front. And for me, that's what really counts. I didn't want a collar that was going to kind of fade and go dull, or kind of tear and rip apart, and kind of the threading come apart. That just wasn't what I was looking for. But at the same time, I wanted something that was different, that would stand apart. And I really found that in the Red Dingo range. And up until recently, like, you couldn't get some of these. Some of these collars on this stand are brand spanking new. Literally have only been released in the past few weeks. And I'm one of the people that loves spots. I love polka dots, if you can't tell by the tablecloth. So initially, when I first bought Lily's collar, the only colour available that I really liked was the red with the white polka dot, and that was Lily's collar pretty much up until about 3 weeks ago, when, actually it would be 2 weeks ago, sorry, and that's when I upgraded her to the large purple polka dot, because obviously Lillypaws is purple and I love purple, but until sort of the end of last month, that wasn't available. So as soon as it became available, I upgraded her to that, the purple and white polka dot, which is another reason why I wanted to kind of say to people is, look, if you're looking for a collar that's going to last, Red Dingo is definitely that. I'm just going to pull off this one here. This is a medium plain red dingo collar. This is around about £8. So again, not too cheap, but not overly expensive either. My favourite feature on the red dingo collars is actually the buckle, and this is called the buckle bone, and it's so easy and yet so convenient. Then it has a nice audible click when you click it in, and it's really easy to release. Now my mum is diabetic and she has arthritic hands, so sometimes she struggles with sort of like the buckle belt type closures that you do get on collars, which is one of the reasons why I wanted one that was more of kind of pop in and press to release kind of collar. And the buckle bone has not yet failed me. Now we don't leave Lily's collar on her when she's in the house, but when she's out, you know, she's in around the bushes, she's in the undergrowth, she's really kind of one of those dogs that kind of sticks her nose in everywhere. And her buckle bone has never come loose, but it's very quick and easy to release if I needed to in an emergency, which is the key thing for me. The other thing that I really like about the red dingo collars is their D-ring is really strong. I mean, I've been using Lily's now for, as I say, 4 years, and it's been through the washing machine, and this hasn't kind of made an indent into the webbing at all, which I think is really good. The colour hasn't faded. It still looks as good as new, really. I could probably pop a label back on there and it would probably, you know, you probably wouldn't notice the difference. So for quality, definitely red dingo. The other thing that I love with red dingo is, as I said, you can get matching leads, matching collars, and you can even match your ID tag, which is absolutely out of this world. Now they do have a few new designs coming out, but I also have a couple of older designs that you can no longer get, and they're very limited in quantity. So we do have the Santa Paws range of Christmas collars. You can't get this pattern anymore. This pattern is completely gone. So I only have this in a medium and a large. The large is £11.70 and the medium is £9.75, and I only have one of each. So if you do want to get your dog a Christmas collar, I think these are definitely the ones to go for. They're so nice, and they're not over the top either. So if you're looking for a kind of a nice Christmassy design that isn't kind of in your face, doesn't look tacky, then definitely look at the Santa Paws range. These are not on the website yet, but if you do want one, just drop me a message and I'll sort that out for you. As I say, that you can't buy those anymore, so once those two collars are gone, I won't be able to get any more. So I'd say please do act if you do want one of those. And that's basically a roundup of the red dingo collars, basically. They go from extra small to large, and in the coming weeks Red Dingo will be releasing their Lumi Tube collars, and they are basically a waterproof LED light up collar. So when they do come in, we'll do a little video about those and a demonstration on how good they are and the distances you can see them from, especially if you like to let your dog kind of go off lead, especially now that the darker nights are coming in. So we will be touching a little bit more on the Red Dingo range in the coming months. Again, with the herbal pet supplies, that is a range that we are looking to grow. So if there is anything that you're interested in there, just kind of watch this space. The healthy treats is fantastic, and we're really happy with how these are going. If your dog does have any dietary requirements, just drop us a message. I'm sure we can find something that would be suitable. So we're always happy to help, and by dropping us a message or an email, then we'll do our very best to get back to you as quickly as possible. Now, I know we've discussed a lot about all these products and this is quite a long video. However, we did want to kind of broach the topic of subscription boxes. And this is something that we're investigating further. We haven't 100% decided yet whether or not we're going to do this. So this is a bit of a shout out really to kind of ask, would you be interested in getting a subscription box? Now, what I mean by a subscription box is that you pay a set monthly fee and you would then get products shipped to you every month, you know, for as long as you're subscribed. Now, if you, for example, wanted just a treat package, then we would select some different treats for you. If you had particular treats that your dog loved and didn't love, you could then feed that back to us and we can then make sure that the box is tailored, you know, every month for your dog and what they like and what they don't like. We can definitely do that with the treats. We've been working with these boxes. So they're not massive boxes by any stretch of the imagination, but you can actually fit quite a lot of treats in there. We're going to be doing some tests, but we've managed to get sort of 3 to 4 of these, a couple of the healthy bites. We've managed to get a box of Prosecco into that box as well. So we can actually put quite a lot of products in there. We're anticipating that when, you know, if we do go ahead with this, that you'll be limited to sort of 6 products per box, just because of obviously weight and postage costs. And if you were looking for something like a treat kind of package, we were looking around about the $12.99 per month subscription fee. So if that is something that you would be interested in, then please do get in touch, let us know, you know, write us a message, comment on the video, anything like that. We'd love to hear from you. We're also looking into seeing, you know, if you'd like maybe a mix and match where you could have some treats, some grooming stuff, some toys, some accessories. So do let us know what kind of thing you would love to see in a subscription box and what products are most important to you, so that we can try and, you know, kind of help you find the best products really. Because I know there's a lot of places where some of these products aren't available or are really, really expensive. So if you would be interested in something like that, then do let us know. We'd love to hear from you.